Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your next dose of your daily vitamins. So let's get into it because human trafficking is, in fact, out of control globally, okay? Not just in this country, but everywhere. Now, you have parents trying to traffic their very own children. So a mother reportedly tried to sell her 10-year-old daughter for just $20 in downtown Jacksonville, according to police. Now, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has arrested a mother reportedly attempting to sell her 10-year-old daughter in downtown Jacksonville. Police say the woman also offered her daughter for sex for $5. This is also sick and demented. What in the world is wrong with people? Okay, what type of world are we living in when anyone thinks this is okay, ever thinks that this is a good idea? Let's just go to the news report because I absolutely cannot with some of these people. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds. This is absolutely egregious.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office calls it a sad reminder that human trafficking does happen in our community. Police have arrested a woman for attempting to sell her child, and not once, but twice. The child is a 10-year-old girl. Both she and her mother were living on the streets. News4Jax reporter Eric Avignon joining us live from downtown with details on this investigation. Eric?
Well, Kent, the allegations in this case are so disturbing that, first of all, I want to warn our viewers about some of the details they are about to hear. Also, police say they know of 2 occasions where that child was offered for sale, but they're still investigating this case to make sure that there weren't any other attempts to sell that little girl here on the streets of downtown Jacksonville. Police say they arrested a woman as part of a child trafficking investigation. We're not identifying her because police say her 10-year-old daughter is a victim of human trafficking. According to investigators, the woman was at a downtown homeless shelter when she offered to sell her daughter to a local teacher. The teacher was at the homeless shelter dropping off food when police said the teacher was offered the girl in exchange for $20. The teacher told police the woman said, quote, "Take her with you. Give me $20 and you can have her." Investigators said they also spoke with a man who told them the same woman offered her daughter to him for sex in exchange for $5. The man never reported the alleged offer until police approached him while conducting their investigation.
You pray for that child.
News4Jax crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney is a retired JSO director of investigations and Homeland Security. He says based on his law enforcement experience, when people sell their children, it's usually because they're trying to get money to afford their drug habit.
Is it rare to hear people sell their children for money?
It's rare, but it's fortunately not unheard of. You know, cases all throughout the country of this kind of thing and it's really, it kind of focuses on the drug abuse part of it, that they're so desperate for what either is the next hit or, you know, they'll sell anything. And here's a case that, you know, this woman is willing to sell her own child.
While it's unclear if the mother has a drug addiction, police say her child was crying, hungry, severely lethargic, and appeared to have gone days without bathing. That 10-year-old child is now receiving care at a safe, undisclosed location. Now, while JSO continues to investigate her mother, we've learned that the FBI has also launched their own investigation into this. And our own very own Tom Hackney says the reason why the FBI may be involved in this, because they may be looking to see if that child, the same child, may have been sex trafficked or trafficked in general across state lines. Reporting live downtown, Eric Avignon, Channel 4, the local station.
Absolutely sad and egregious, okay? Absolutely deplorable that someone would stoop so low as to do that, okay? At the end of the day, it sounds definitely like she was on drugs. Right now, the officers arrested the mother who was not named to protect the identity of the child, as they said. The fact that the child was hungry, dirty, hadn't had a bath in days, this is absolutely unacceptable, inexcusable, all right? And so they arrested her. And actually, she's charged with selling or surrendering a minor for money or property and child abuse. Both are labeled as third-degree felonies. Detectives from JSO Integrity and Special Investigations Unit are continuing to work on the case in collaboration with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The case was also referred to the Florida Department of Children and Family Services, also known as DCF, the Child Protection Team, CPT, and the State Attorney's Office Special Assault Division. Now, the child was taken to the hospital for treatment after investigators found her to be severely lethargic. She had been temporarily placed in a, or she has been temporarily placed in a safe environment as the case moves forward through the court system. They say this is a sad reminder that human trafficking does happen in our community. Now, if you know or someone who is a victim of human trafficking, or if you are concerned that someone's well-being, please be sure to call the Jackson Sheriff's Office. They say at 904-630-0500, or you can email JSO Crime Tips at Jackson, that's JAX, sheriff.org. You can also submit an anonymous tip to the National Human Trafficking Hotline by calling 1-888-373-7888. Okay, this is really sad at the end of the day. You know, and we hear more of these stories as time goes on. This woman has likely done this before. I don't think it's her first time. She's probably pimped out this poor child. There's no telling what kind of psychological trauma this poor child has gone through. She's going to need mental health services. She's going to have to be evaluated, I'm sure. And hopefully they will find a safe place for her to have a permanent residence at. The mother, in the meantime, I hope she gets the book thrown at her, because this is absolutely egregious. And I hope they don't try to be lenient on her for the sake of her being on drugs, perhaps, and say that, you know how they make excuses for certain people, okay? But at the end of the day, I hope she gets exactly what's coming to her. This is also sick. And thank God that she offered this child to someone who had moral fortitude and dignity and was not some pervert, okay? Because this could have been a whole lot worse. With that all being said, please drop me a comment to let me know what you think about this nefarious story and about trafficking in general as it pertains to children, okay? Specifically in this country, even though it is absolutely a global issue. All right, with that all been said, everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.